Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 villains of the CW's Flash and their goals. Number 10. Reverse Flash. Eobard Thawne, better known as Reverse Flash, is a speedster from the future with a burning hatred for Barry Allen. Thawne was once a fan of the Flash but grew jealous, realizing he could never surpass his idol. Fueled by rage, he travels back in time to rewrite Barry's life, even murdering Barry's mother to cause lifelong trauma. Thawne's speed and intellect make him one of Barry's most cunning foes, as he's constantly one step ahead. His goal is not only to destroy Barry, but to erase him from existence. To him, defeating the Flash proves he is the superior speedster. Thawne's presence in Barry's life is a constant reminder of the darkest parts of being a hero. Number 9. Zoom. Hunter Zolomon, or Zoom, is a sadistic speedster from Earth 2 who thrives on fear and chaos. His obsession with being the fastest leads him to terrorize Central City, pushing Barry to become faster so he can eventually steal his speed. Zoom's backstory is tragic. He suffered as a child and ultimately lost all empathy, seeing fear as his ultimate weapon. In his quest to conquer fear, he leaves a trail of destruction and dead heroes in his wake. His mask and terrifying appearance amplify his persona as a monster. Zoom's ultimate plan is to destroy hope in others, believing it makes him invincible. Barry's struggle against Zoom forces him to confront his own fears, making their rivalry unforgettable. Number 8. S.T.A.R, known as the God of Speed, is actually a future version of Barry Allen, twisted by isolation and loss. As a time remnant, S.T.A.R becomes embittered after being rejected by his own timeline and transforms into a monstrous villain. He believes he is destined to kill Iris West, Barry's love, and sets out to fulfill this dark prophecy. S.T.A.R's appearance, clad in an armored suit, and his unmatched speed make him a deadly force. He views his actions as necessary to secure his own survival in the timeline. Unlike other speedsters, he draws strength from his followers, who worship him as a god. S.T.A.R represents Barry's darkest potential, showing the path Barry could have taken under different circumstances. Number 7. The Thinker, Clifford Devo, is a hyper-intelligent villain with telepathic powers who believes he must enlighten humanity. Convinced that people are doomed by their ignorance, he devises a plan to reset human intelligence and place himself as a godlike overseer. His body may be deteriorating, but he compensates by transferring his consciousness into other metas, allowing him to continue his mission. Devo sees himself as a savior, though his methods are ruthless and unforgiving. His calculated moves put him several steps ahead of Team Flash, making him one of their most challenging adversaries. His goal isn't personal gain, but what he believes is the betterment of society, even if it means sacrificing lives. Devo's cold logic makes him a unique villain, contrasting with the more emotion-driven foes. Number 6. Cicada. Cicada, also known as Orland Dwyer, gains powers from a dark matter shard, which turns him into a metahuman hunter. He despises metas, blaming them for his niece's injury during a crisis event. Driven by a personal vendetta, he seeks to eliminate every metahuman in Central City, seeing them as a curse. Cicada wields a deadly dagger that drains meta powers, making him a unique threat to Team Flash. His relentless pursuit forces Barry and his team to confront the impact of their powers on ordinary lives. His single-minded hatred for metas fuels his mission, creating a near-unbreakable enemy. Cicada's motives come from his love for his niece, giving him a tragic yet dangerous edge. Number 5. Bloodwork. Dr. Ramsey Rosso, known as Bloodwork, is a brilliant oncologist. He becomes Bloodwork after experimenting with dark matter to cure his own disease. Obsessed with conquering death, he gains the power to control blood, turning people into zombie-like creatures under his command. His goal is to spread his cure to all of Central City, making everyone immortal through his dark influence. Rosso believes he's offering a gift, despite the terrifying consequences of his blood-based control. His rivalry with Barry is personal, as Barry represents everything he has rejected about mortality. Rosso's descent into madness highlights his tragic flaw, the inability to accept life's natural limitations. Bloodwork's horrifying powers make him one of the most unique villains in the Flash. Number 4. Godspeed. August Hart, or Godspeed, is a speedster driven by a hunger for power and speed. Unlike Barry, he has no qualms about stealing speed from others to amplify his abilities. Godspeed's ultimate ambition is to control the Speed Force itself and rule Central City as its fastest guardian. His use of clones makes him even more formidable, spreading chaos while Barry struggles to keep up. Hart's ruthless nature reflects his desire for control over everything in his path. Unlike other villains, Godspeed's motivation is raw and selfish. aimed solely at gaining unmatched speed. His white suit and blinding speed strikes terror into his foes, solidifying him as a top antagonist. Number 3, Mirror Master. Trapped in the mirror dimension, Eva McCulloch gains powers to control and manipulate reflective surfaces. Upon escaping, she sets her sights on exacting revenge on those who wronged her, replacing them with mirror duplicates. Her goal is to reshape reality, believing her mirror-based justice is fair and necessary. Unlike other villains, she views her mission as one of justice, not destruction. Eva's abilities allow her to blend deception with power, making her a difficult foe to track. Her reflections create chaos and confusion, testing Team Flash's ability to see through illusions. Her complex motives and cunning nature make her a unique antagonist. Number 2, the Trickster. Axel Walker, aka the Trickster, is an unpredictable villain who idolizes the original Trickster, James Jesse. His love for chaos and theatrics pushes him to terrorize Central City with elaborate pranks and deadly tricks. Walker treats his crimes like a performance, aiming to inspire fear and confusion among his audience. Unlike other villains with deep grudges, he is in it for the thrill, seeing Barry as the perfect hero foil. His gadgets and pranks are unpredictable, making him hard to contain. Walker's goal is fame and infamy, seeking to make a name for himself as Central City's most dangerous prankster. His antics keep Team Flash on their toes, creating an ongoing nuisance. Number 1, Captain Cold. Leonard Snart, or Captain Cold, is a master thief with a strict code of honor. Armed with a cold gun that can freeze anything, he aims to control Central City's criminal underworld. Snart isn't purely evil, he occasionally shows a moral side, even helping Barry when their goals align. His goal is wealth and power, but with a level of restraint that sets him apart from other villains. Snart's complex relationship with Barry makes him more than just an antagonist. At times, he's an anti-hero. He commands respect among criminals and maintains a reputation for honor. Captain Cold's nuanced motives make him one of the most memorable characters in The Flash. How many of these villains do you recognize? Add your ideas in the comments section and hit the subscribe button for more adventures in the Superverse.